Hello people of the internet and welcome back to the Armbar arcade, welcome back to Throwback Thursdays, and welcome to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. It's one of the, well, it is the only SNES game that I've got boxed, so I've got the box for it. Not that helps me play it, but it was apparently $44.99 from Woolworths back in the day. Woolworths being a shop that is now completely closed and has no stores or anything. So that shows you how old it is. From 1992, same as me. Hello Preston. Hello AJ. Thank you for being here. And Nick as well. The whole gang is here. So yeah, interesting story behind the choice of this game. It is one of the best beat-em-ups from the 4th gen. But it kind of got developed into 2 games, so this is Turtles in Time, and on the Mega Drive they had Hyperstone Heist, which is basically the same thing, but for the Mega Drive. Hello Russian hacker! Wow, everyone's here! So, I think we'll get started. We're going to press start, we're going to go to the title screen, and we're going to go into 1-player mode. Cowabunga indeed. Now, who should I play as? Don't really have a favourite, so we're going to start with Leo. We'll probably move along as we go forth. Select my turtle, there we go, Leo. So yeah, this is a beat 'em up, but it's got a story. So April O'Neil's reporting there, and the Statue of Liberty has been stolen by Shredder, presumably. The music for this game is absolutely amazing. This is like inspiration goals for SNES music. This is 3 AM in New York. You know, everyone's favourite time to roam New York, apparently. It's looking a bit Streets of Rage to start with. So we've got a jump. We've got an attack button. Oh yes, we've definitely got an attack. There we go, look at that. We've got some cones. Murder the cones. That is a theme in Armbar arcade playthroughs. Always murder cones. Whether it be racing games, beat-em-ups, cones just have to die. Interesting, because in Yakuza Kiwami, Goro Majima hides under a massive cone, and he too must die. There's a wrecking ball. You asked for one, Preston. Here is a massive wrecking ball. We're going to avoid it though, because, you know, we're not Miley Cyrus fans or anything. We're not going to avoid it. Apparently it moves. I was not expecting that. It came in like a wrecking ball. We've got a good range of movement though. Leonardo isn't shy to jump all over the screen. I've moved the camera to the right hand side just so that you guys can see a little bit more of what's going on, because most of the action in beat 'em ups takes place on the left hand side of the screen at the bottom sort of corner, so I thought probably best not to put a camera in the way of that, so I did a little bit of fiddling in Streamlabs and managed to whack it over there. Should do a Ghost Hall album based on SNES music. Maybe? I mean, all Ghost Hall is SNES influenced because I have played the SNES and, you know, I'm the only guy behind Ghost Hall, so there's that. But yeah, there is some video game influence to Ghost Hall. I'm currently working on a video game soundtrack for a video game. More news to follow. Not that I can't say more, but, you know, I just like a bit of suspense for you guys. I'm also liking... Hold on. I need to get... Let me go! I'm liking this downwards attack. I'm not liking being held onto. That's not good. But this, like, downward kick is very effective. Those guys are throwing shuriken at me. Stop throwing shuriken at me. Is that... Okay, that's going to explode. But it didn't damage me. So we've got one little bit of health left. We need to be pretty careful. Ah. Shell-shocked is what he says. You're new to Armbar Arcade and don't know who I am. Well, I am Nay. Armbar Arcade comprises of AJ and Nay. You saw AJ playing Need for Speed Pro Street on Tuesday. I was in the chat as... It says Nay24792, bit of a long name, but that is me. I am Nay. And Thursdays are my domain to play retro games. Oh nice, we can ping their shuriken back at them. Unless we get hit by them, in which case we can't. This guy's got laser vision, so we're going to kind of stay away from him for a bit. I don't know if he's I mean, you guys might know a little bit more about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles than I do. We really do have to be careful. I set it to 7 lives because I wasn't entirely confident in my skills. And rightly so far, I think. Nice, bit of a bum rush there. He's got a good set of moves considering there's only really 2 buttons, jump and attack. They could have expanded it to 4 buttons, but I think this is based on an arcade game. It's the second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, so that might have had less buttons than the SNES controller. I've never actually played the arcade game, but I assume it's good because this is like the best, well, one of the best beat-em-ups from the 4th generation, and definitely the best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles beat-em-up. It's so hard to speak these days. Yeah, Streets of Rage and this are my picks for the sort of top 2 to 3 beat-em-ups of all time. I don't know what the third one would be. Maybe Golden Axe, I think, for the Mega Drive. Good beat-em-up also. It's quite easy to take a hit in this, but we've also got quite a lot of health, so I'm not that worried. Okay, the music's quietened down. I'm assuming this is a boss. This is Baxter, so we're going to attack the Baxter. He's not hitting us so far. He's just flying around rather aimlessly. We've got a special attack, but I think it's one of those ones that takes away your health as well, so I'm not going to try and use it unless we're really in trouble. There we go. We've got 1 bar of Baxter's health down, and he's only hit us once. So far, we're bossing this boss fight. How long will it continue? Dunno. Oh, there's a big hand fired from his gun there. I was not expecting that. I'm assuming Baxter is from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics or the cartoon. I have seen some of it, but I've only really played the game, if I'm honest. So we're going to try and avoid this handgun if we can. I like it, handgun. Yeah, I see what they did there. It's a bit of a pun, eh, Konami? I mean, this is back in the day. Konami used to be an amazing publisher, you know, Metal Gear Solid, Turtles in Time, Hyperstone Heist, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, oh yeah, bosses explode when you kill them, so you need to get away from them before they do. That's it, terminate the turtles. But he couldn't do it. He got terminated instead. Your local arcades are a bit rubbish. Well, yeah. You should go to Bury. There's the arcade club in Bury. I know it's quite a long way north, but it's the largest arcade in Europe, and it is absolutely amazing. There we go, we're going to fire some water across the screen, just because we can. You know, doing things because you can in video games is very important. Got to test out all the features. Tons of enemies here. They're the something clan, the Foot Clan. Are they the Foot Clan? Someone get the Turtles wiki open. Let's discover everything about these characters. I'm pretty sure they're called the Foot Clan. They're definitely the something clan, and you know, there's been some bad clans in history, but the Foot Clan, one of the worst, definitely. Shredder's pretty evil too. I mean, I'm not that up on Turtles lore, so if anyone's a massive Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan in here, then definitely fill me in on what's going on in the Turtles world, because I don't really know. What I do know is there was a Turtles game on the NES, which is nearly unplayable. It's really pretty bad. Like, it's a bit of a side-scrolling platformer, but it's just completely unenjoyable, whereas this is just mashing through all of the Foot Clan. There we go, stomping them side to side, using them to hit each other. What more could you want? I can't remember if going down the manholes is instant death. I think it is, so I'm going to leave it. Gonna eat some pizza. Fun fact, I actually had pizza for dinner tonight, so that worked out rather well. Who are these robots? These are like the Robot Clan. They're, when the Foot Clan aren't available to be evil, the Robot Clan do their thing. Are we even hitting them? I feel like we're not even making a dent into these guys' health. Okay, there's 2 left. 1 left. Just 1. There we go. Okay, they explode too. You also had pizza. Wow, it's a pizza night, eh? I know AJ posted pizza, something to do with pizza on Twitter, advertising this stream, so, you know, that was your instruction to have a pizza tonight. I know Nick's a big pizza fan as well. I think we all are. Me and AJ usually get a bit of Domino's in if we're recording. We've got the tiniest sliver of health left, but I refuse to die. I'm going to go and find another pizza. We are really surrounded by enemies here. It's kind of frantic gameplay, but it's manageable. Like, sometimes in beat-em-ups you get really surrounded by enemies, and like, that's more hack and slash. Stuff like Dynasty Warriors, you're fine being surrounded by enemies, but in beat-em-ups, not so much. Nick had McDonald's. I was counting on you, Nick, to have pizza, because I know you like it. I'm liking all the different colours of Foot Clan, like they all do something a little bit different, which is good, because beat-em-up games can suffer from kind of palette-swapped enemies quite a lot. Like, Streets of Rage definitely has the whole palette swap thing going on. Whoa! Laser beam from off-screen? No. Did we get rid of him? I think we did. We're going to run on to the next bit. That's a bomb. Should I pick up a bomb? Okay. Yes! I thought it was just going to explode, but it did a special move instead, so what do you know? Okay, we're going to spray some more water on the screen because obviously, where did the turtles even live? New York, I suppose, yeah. So New York isn't flooded enough. We're going to pick up some pizza for health. I thought that might happen. Didn't do anything about it, but I thought it might happen. Oh, we've been punched. Surely a punch to the shell wouldn't really hurt that much. Like, it's a hard shell. It's for defense. Why isn't he using it as a shield? Like, he's got swords. Oh, it's another boss, though. Who's this? It's M-Head. Right, creative suggestions for what M-Head stands for in the chat, please. Best one wins a pizza. A figurative pizza, of course. I'm not actually going to buy you pizza because I'm playing this. Oh, he's steaming already. This guy's pretty easy to hit, but he's also hitting us a little bit, so we need to watch out for that, but not too much. Okay, maybe a little bit more now that our health is low, but we should be able to dispatch him before we get hit. Maybe. We could sacrifice a life if we have to. That's why I set this to 7 lives per continue. Oh, we've been got. But we're back. Come on, explode, man. Yes, there we go. Big explosion. Massive head, I like it. Felix Tang's Send of the Century. Nice. I think most of us were there for that. It's time for some sewer surfing. Now here's an interesting thing about Turtles in Time. Not all of the levels are on foot. And by that, I mean there's surfing bonus stages. Because of course there are. It's a Turtles game, and it's awesome. And the music's really good as well. This is like absolutely one of the best gaming moments. I mean, I didn't play this as a kid, but catching up on games I should have played as a kid, this was amazing. Managed to score this from a boot fair as well for quite a bit cheaper than it should have been, so lots of fun. Unfortunately, hitting the enemies, not really my forte, but it is a bonus stage, so it's not compulsory. It's just kind of, you know, if you want, the enemies are there to hit. Otherwise, you could all just hang out and jump about on your surfboards. Oh, mystery prize. I don't know how to avoid those. Maybe we'll just not hit them. That sounds like a good plan. Oh, careful. My toes, he says. The SNES had such great voice sampling that it just sounds like, my toes. Pizza time. What's this? Oh, it's the alien from Aliens? Okay. Bit of colonial marines going up in here. Fine, I guess. quite why there are xenomorphs appearing. I don't know. Were they ever in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Potentially. Potentially there was a xenomorphs crossover. I would be the last person to know. What did we get? We got 17 points. So that's a thing that we did. Minuscule Head. That sounds like a punk band. Hey, we're Minuscule Head and this is our debut album. I don't know. What will Minuscule Head's debut album be? Who's this? R King. What does the R stand for? Break point. He's playing tennis apparently with the front of his hovercraft. Okay. Whoa. Whoa, watch me toes, mate. This is like stepping on Lego. You don't want to do it. Gonna try and break his hovercraft apart before he can fire any more nasty stuff at us. Nope, he's got our toes again. He's pretty good at that, actually. There we go. Oh, we're just going to explode him over here now, are we? Okay. Come on, Leonardo, you can do it. He's got one thing of health left. I like that even the bonus stage has a boss. That's interesting. Usually bonus stages are just like beat up the car or something like in Street Fighter 2. We're going to try and kill him before we lose all of our health because we don't want to sacrifice yet another life, do we? Not quite yet, but we have. That's fine. What game don't we speak of, Nick? Aliens Colonial Marines. Is that it? Is that the Lord Voldemort of games? Anyway, sewer surfing's clear. In case you didn't realise. Cowabunga. Aliens versus Predator versus Turtles isn't a crossover. Did you miss that one, AJ? Okay, so we've jumped into whatever that was. The Technodrome. Apparently. Let's go to the Technodrome. Now you might think it's a bit early to go to the Technodrome, and you might be right. But there's a reason this is called Turtles in Time. Hint, hint. Now who's in the... Oh, there's some robots in the Technodrome, okay. Some fairly annoying robots. With their lassos and their laser beams. And their other weapons beginning with L. Whoop, don't laser me. Yeah, this game's not super hard, but it is a little bit difficult because you've got so many enemies coming at you at once and it only gets harder, so... Prepare for some more deaths, I guess. But it's a lot of fun. I think the general button mashing of beat 'em ups tends to be kind of just mash in the general direction of your enemies and you won't lose too much health. I think that's a concept we can all get behind. Some rocking music as well. Like, I honestly cannot overstate how much I enjoy the music to this game. Oh, some guys have broken out of the conveyor belts behind us. Little nippy boys. But we dealt with the nippy boys fairly well. The Foot Clan, maybe not quite as well. Come on. Question, why were they the Foot Clan? Why weren't they like the Arm Clan or the Head Clan? You know, the big questions here. Oh, we got more nippy boys. Got to watch out for the nippy boys. Can't let them nip you. Every time I say, oh yeah, we can't get hit by that, we literally get hit by whatever it is I'm trying to avoid, so I'm actually going to stop saying that sort of thing, just in case it helps. Oh, I'm liking the jump attacks. Like, beat 'em ups are only really as good as their controls, and there's a good amount of moves. The controls are really tight. Like, I know you can't feel it by just watching, but believe me, the controls are super tight. This is a game perhaps that would be good as a 2-player experience. Hint, hint. Maybe we can revisit it at some point. I think one thing these streams are quite good for is if I see something cool that AJ is playing or AJ sees something cool that I'm playing, you know, we can always visit it in a Friday Armbar Arcade episode. Oh, I see the bomb. Go, go, go. Become a spinny boy. Very nice. Oh, okay. Foot Clan out of nowhere. That's fine. It's all action, this game. There we go. Nice foot stomp there. Eagle bear smash. These light red ones are pretty tough. I think they've got more health than all the other Foot Clan members. And they've got their shuriken, which are kind of long range. But a foot stomp will do 'em. It's pride rules over here. What does the controller look like? That's a good point. The controller looks like this, because it's for the SNES. It's the American SNES controller though. Oh hey April, you're telling me to go. Okay, what? Okay, wonderful. I've been mega electrocuted. Tokka. Is that not a touring car race game? And the other one's called Razor. I'm a fire in my Razor. And we've been frozen. These guys are like birds, I guess? I don't know. This is somewhat chaotic, I would say. Hopefully they've got like half the health of the other bosses, because there's 2 of them. Like, come on, this is unfair. You guys are just teaming up on me here. I've been frozen again. The thing is, they don't really damage me when I'm frozen. It's just minor inconvenience, I think. So I'm fine with being frozen. I'm going to try and kill this one guy off, and then we can deal with the other one. I think that's really the way to go. Yeah, he's going to explode, and now we can deal with I'm a fire in my Razor. Oh, okay, he's split in 2 apparently, and become a turtle. Right, that's normal. He can join the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I guess, if he wants. And he's also split into 2 and become a fox, a wolf, a dog. Do we kill the dog? I honestly do not know. But yeah, my controller's in the US SNES colour scheme because they just work better. Like, the British ones have kind of spongy buttons. There we go, we just did a full heal from 1 sliver of health up to full health. So, that was pretty OP. We're going to take the elevator in the Technodrome all the way up to the top. They're going to let dudes in from both sides. This actually reminds me a little bit of Super Smash TV, which is a really good game. It's kind of a roguelike, so you've got both sticks, twin stick kind of operation, and you use 1 stick to shoot and 1 stick to direct yourself. And opponents come in from all sides. A little bit like this if there was a door at the front and back of this elevator as well. And Russian Hacker is now hosting me. Thank you very much, Russian Hacker. Now other Russian hackers can watch us defeat robots, I guess? I don't know. Such a funky soundtrack. Like, whenever there's a little break in the action, I just take a moment to appreciate the soundtrack. And then I kill the Bitey Boys, because you must slay the Bitey Boys. It's what Hagrid said to me. He said, "Harry, you're a Bitey Boy slayer." And I said, "My name's Nay. Why are you here, Hagrid?" It was a weird one. I think it was a dream. Oh, we've been crucified, it seems. So that's the end of Leo. But if I press start, I can come back as Michelangelo. Oh yeah? Well, oh, you have a SNES shirt on. I was going to say, I've got an Ollie Ollie t-shirt on. I was like, Nick, I think you're mistaken. But I can't see your t-shirt, so you might not be mistaken. There we go, we're going to leave the pizza for when we need it, and we're going to get into Michelangelo's nunchuck control scheme. So basically all 4 turtles have slightly different controls, which is one of the things that makes this game absolutely wonderful, because it's not just like, oh yeah, there's a moveset. Like, there's 4 movesets for the 4 turtles you can play with. It's a shame you can't play with 4 players, but you can play with 2 players. And you can experience all the turtle movesets. I mean, I don't know, what more could you want from a beat-em-up, really? This is like the gold standard for beat-em-ups. I think this and Streets of Rage, maybe a bit of Golden Axe. I do have other beat-em-ups, but they're just nowhere near the standard of this. If only the robots would stop doing that to me. I'm going to collect the pizza before I die. Give me the pizza. Oh yeah. Delivery. Get out. Here we go, we're going to do laps of the elevator. More Bitey Boys. Get off me. It's a shame you can't like just spin the nunchucks around and get rid of the bitey boys without them biting you, but apparently they have to. They were made to bite. How much chuck would a nunchuck chuck if a nunchuck could chuck a nun? I don't know, that just sounds... Chucking nuns is just a concept I haven't explored in my life yet, so we'll get back to you on that one. Oh, okay, the Foot Clan can just spawn out of the floor anytime they want, I guess. That's fine. You know, don't play by the rules of the world, I guess. I don't know, can the Foot Clan spawn out of the floor? Was that one of their powers in the comic books? Or are they just abusing time and space? Not sure, but I think we might be... Oh, okay. Tonight I dine on turtle soup. I think not, Shredder. Oh, okay, now we've got to fight and avoid being hit by Shredder. This is a prospect. So he's got claws and a laser, and we've got to avoid them all. I love this point of view because you can chuck the Foot Clan soldiers at Shredder, which is, again, amazing. And I think we have to chuck the Foot Clan soldiers at him, so we'll work on finding out what button combination exactly does that, because otherwise we're going to be here quite a long time. But this is such a cool idea for a camera view. Like, who on the SNES team thought, yeah, you know what, we won't have it from a traditional point of view, we're going to have it from Shredder's point of view. I don't know, it's innovative, but it's not trying to shoehorn ideas in. Like, this is genuinely a really great idea. Go, come on. Chuck more dudes at Shredder. That's all we need to do. Oh, we got nunchucked. There goes another one. So I think we've got to chuck 4 more dudes. But I'm not entirely sure on the button combination to chuck them, because you just sort of button mash and every now and then they fly at Shredder, so we'll try and continue throwing them. Shredder's head is slightly in the way, but you know, we'll let him off. Really concentrating here. I think it's the difficulty's ramped up a tiny bit with so many Foot Clan on screen. There goes another one. Come on, Shredder. How many Foot Clan am I going to have to throw at you? It's a good thing we've got 7 lives per continue. And I think we've got 4 continues, so we've got 28 lives in total to get as far as we possibly can in Turtles in Time. Can we complete the game? Maybe. I've done it before, but I believe it was on the 2-player mode. I wasn't holding both controllers, I just mean like we might need a second player to complete it. Streets of Rage is very much like that. If you have 2 players, it's about twice as easy. Although there are 2 bosses when you're in 2-player mode in Streets of Rage, not just one, but you can just use your special attack on both of them, so it's not particularly difficult. Go on. That's got to be it for Shredder. I blew you up. Crazy Taxi 3, eh, Preston? On the original Xbox, am I right? Very good game. I like it. Oh, he's banishing us to a time warp from which we will never return. Apart from we will, and then we'll kick his ass. That's the plan. Oh, it's time warping music. That's sort of how it sounds. I'm sorry, how many years BC? Is that 25 billion? I think it's 25 billion. Anyway, Prehistoric Turtlesaurus is the name of the stage. This is why it's called Turtles in Time. You get banished back in time and you have to go and fight dinosaurs and the Foot Clan. But mainly dinosaurs. Explosive dinosaurs. Oh, okay. We'll just get run over then. Yeah, so the Foot Clan gets sent back in time as well, because it's not enough just to send his enemies back in time. He has to send his allies too. I don't really understand that, you know? Why would you send Ally Quinta back in time? Anyway, we're doing pretty well. We could do without these pterodactyls dropping rocks on us, but, you know, each to their own. I'm sure that's exactly what they used to do back in the day. I think it is actually. They used to kill their prey by dropping stones on them and then go to eat them. As far as I know. I'm not like dinosaur fact dude, so if that's wrong, just ignore that. This guy's got, I don't know, what's that, a double-sided axe? It's a shame we can't steal weapons off people. That's one thing that I miss from Streets of Rage, just grabbing someone's iron pipe and beating them around the head with it. I'm not violent at all. Oh, there we go. Again with the ragdolling. Oh, what are the ones that come down? Stalactites go down, stalagmites go up. Who are these guys? Like, dudes built out of rock? I don't understand. Why are they wearing helmets if they're... I'm sure they're not cavemen. I don't know. Who was around in 250 billion BC? And why were they so tough? Nope. I'm going to try and avoid getting hit by him as he explodes. Going to get hit by a double-sided axe dude instead. Now the Foot Clan have got some bombs. I don't know, everything seems to be on the Foot Clan side. Like, why aren't the stalactites helping us? That's what I want to know. Mother Nature needs to be on our side. We're the good guys. Oh, there's a bomb. Yeah, Spinny Boy. I like the Spinny Boy power-up. I wish there were more. Very early 90s soundtrack, but it's great. Do those guys in yellow just throw a bomb on screen and then walk back off? Like, you don't actually have to hit them, they just go away. That's interesting. Nice, he's got some good moves in the air, but the Foot Clan never really jump up in the air, so there's... Nice! Thank you, Dinosaur! If you could kill some more of the Foot Clan, that'd be massively appreciated. Okay, he's riding one. So the Foot Clan have apparently tamed dinosaur kind. Is this what caused their extinction? Who knows? You know, if we alter the course of time, things in the future may not be the same. I think sending like several hundred Foot Clan members back in time might well alter the course of the future. Like, what if they reproduce? I mean, are they all dudes? Are some of them lady Foot Clan members? These are the big questions. The existential questions of turtle kind. Yeah, were they NFL players? I don't know. They were well padded, whatever they were. We are going to grab the pizza. We're just waiting to, like, absolutely murder this dude. Come on. Let me kill you. I think he's just blocking, you know. Don't want the pizza to go off screen. I'm going to grab the pizza. Alright, we're just going to ignore him. Okay, there's more NFL players. They're from the Atlanta Rock Men. They're a developmental team. The Atlanta Rock Men. They rock, though. Oh, it's a boss. Massive dinosaur? Foot Clan member? Slash. Okay, he looks a bit prehistoric. He's also a taxi driver in Crazy Taxi 2. And 3, I believe, so Preston will know all about that. He's also obviously the guitarist of Guns N' Roses, but that's just too easy. He's also very powerful. And he's good at blocking as well, actually. We're having limited success in actually hitting him. His health is slowly going down. As is Az. Might need to grab Donatello soon. I bet We Will Rock You is their walkout music. It's weird to think that NFL teams have walkout music. Like, I hadn't really thought about it, but I guess like all sports teams kind of do that. Just imagine them walking out to like Edge's theme music. On this day, I see clearly, football has come to life. Oh, okay, we are getting our asses handed to us a little bit, I will admit. We're slowly making inroads into Slashy's health. He's got 3 sections left. Bosses have been getting harder and harder though, like he had about 7 sections to his health. This is almost like the final boss of Yakuza 0, who has 6 health bars. 6 full health bars. Like, what kind of game makes you fight a guy with 6 full health bars? Just give him 1 massive health bar, come on. Chelsea FC, eh? That's fair enough. They are indeed a team. Other teams are available, as AJ might say. There we go, there goes Slash. Go on, explode, mate. Boom, see you later. Just gonna do our customary knee joint click because I'm an old man, so give me 1 moment. There we go, wonderful knee clicks. Gonna have to get myself a chair one of these days to do Throwback Thursdays in. Where are we going? We're going to the ship period, probably the Middle Ages. Who was the final boss in Yakuza 0? Well, Nick, I'm afraid that AJ hasn't played to the end of it, and nor might some other people, so I can't really tell you who the final boss of Yakuza 0 is. But I will say, he's got glasses. So that might jog your memory and hopefully no one else's. Then again, I think there is only one guy in Yakuza 0 with glasses, so maybe I've just given it away. Oh no, there's a couple of guys with glasses actually, thinking about it. Yakuza 0 was such an amazing game, like, it's probably my favourite game ever. That's strong praise considering I thought I knew what my favourite game ever was for quite a long time. Then played Yakuza... Hold on. Dudes with arrows. This is like the North Sentinel Island clan. They're like, why have you come to convert us to religion? We don't want this. We actually just want to live in peace. And I've just arrived on their shores like, yo, how about that praying, you know? Do you want to do some of that? Like, no. No, we don't. I'm definitely thinking too far into the Foot Clan. So we've got to avoid these. Do you see the little bits that are sticking up? Okay, that was overpowered. But yeah, the little bits that are sticking up are like planks that will fly up in our face if we step on them, so best avoided. The nunchucks work well, but they're a bit shorter range, I think, than the swords, so I've been getting used to them this whole time with Mike. That being said, by the time I'm used to them, I'm going to have to get used to Donatello's... Is it a bow staff? I think he's got a bow staff. One of them has. I love the ragdoll attack. If I could do that to every enemy, I would be happy. Oh, more NFL... Hold on, I thought you were from prehistoric times. Are we just messing up the course of time? Because it's 1500 now, like, you shouldn't be here. There's no NFL in the year 1500. The Arizona Rock dudes are not welcome here. They will not rock you. And what's up with all these cannonballs on deck? Like, are you trying to kill me? I think they are, actually, you know. I think that might have been the whole idea of sending us back to the future. Alright, yeah, that's what happens when we tread on one of those. And... Spinny Boy. It doesn't last for long, does it? 2 minutes after I was a spinny boy, I was not a spinny boy. And considering we've travelled several billion years into the future, like, you would have thought the power-up could last at least a minute, you know? Well, there's more bomb dudes. They just come on screen, throw their bombs, and then leave. Each to their own. Let's hide behind this pole. Ha! You can't see me! My time is indeed now. Oh, I see. If you hit the bomb dudes, they don't throw their bombs. I guess that makes sense. Oh, we got more of these. I don't know, they're not shuriken. They're like those things that Eggman has on the Egg Viper at the end of Sonic Adventure. Might be too niche of a reference, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean, you know? I'm going to grab the pizza before we die. Potentially after we die. No, I did get it. It's a shame you can't pick up, like, the table. That would be... I think it's a table. Is that what they tie the anchor to? It might be what they tie the anchor to. The rock men have guns. The rock men have developed guns. This is not a drill. It's not a test of the emergency broadcast system. It's the Arizona rock men with guns. And this is a boss. Yeah, maybe they're paid minimum wage to throw bombs. They're just like, you know what? You said throw the bomb. I've thrown the bomb. I'm going home now. That's it. I'm clocking out. So this guy's called Rock. What's the other one called? Is it Roll? No, Bebop. That's pretty cool. You know? It's like Cowboy Bebop vibe to him. Space Pirates. Again, we're getting our ass handed to us, but that's just par for the course with bosses in this game. Is it time for a different turtle? I think it's time for a different turtle. Have you tried a PC, Nick? They're very reliable. It's time for Donatello and the bow staff. Skull and crossbones. Hopefully it throws us back to the boss, because I don't want to play the whole level again. Well, that request fell on deaf ears. As we repeat parts of this level. It's fine. The bow staff has really good reach. I don't think it does that much damage, but it has good reach. And with loads of enemies around you, I think good reach... Can you not, please? Just like Nick's PS4 Twitch. Can you not, please? Like, how many loose floorboards would you need on a ship for it to be dangerous? I know, you know, health and safety wasn't quite as much of a thing in 1554, but it must have been at least slightly a thing. You know, not wanting people to die is a universal constant throughout the ages. Stop holding on to me, you absolute flat waffle. There's a lot of projectiles in this stage. I don't feel good about it. There we go. Your audio? Oh, your audio driver's missing. I see. Thank you for allowing me to walk into a board while I read your comment. Haha! Get absolutely done! Okay, we're a little bit low on health. I think there's a pizza coming up, but we need to defeat the Arizona rock dudes in pretty sharp... Yeah, okay. Maybe we just don't do that then. Come on, Donatello, what are you? Are you a turtle or a weakling? Nice. Nice. Okay, there's the spinny power-up. I'm gonna wait for some dudes to appear on screen. And then... become a spinny boy. Nice, okay, we got them all this time. Just have to be in the right place at the right time. See, the archer dudes are the same as the bomb dudes as well. They just come on screen, shoot an arrow, they're like, yeah, no, this is my job. I'm only part-time though. Or maybe they get dressed into the bomb dudes and they're just full-time, but they're They've got 2 jobs, you know. I work 2 jobs, you know. Because the rent is too damn high. I wonder if there were missing floorboards on the Titanic. You know, that's probably what caused the problem with the Titanic. The problem being that it sank horribly. Ah, no! The pizza! I wanted to grab the pizza before I died and I didn't. I wasn't allowed to. How many lives must we lose on this stage? It's these projectiles. I'm gonna punish this yellow dude for throwing projectiles at me. Mate, can you not? He even managed to injure me while he was dead. Ridiculous. Alright, barring exceptional circumstances, we should be... Oh no, it's not even the bosses yet. It's the rock dudes with guns. Like, how many different enemies are there in this? There's a few. There's not loads, but there's definitely a few. Here they come. I didn't notice they slid down there before. You're walking the plank, shell brains. Shell brains, though? Is there not... Can you stop poking me with your sword? Can you absolutely stop that, please? These are like my least favourite bosses so far. They're just absolutely cheap. And they do tons of damage as well. But they're quite easy to hit, so I guess there's a trade-off. Do you mind? Oh, this is ridiculous. Every time I start to get up, he's just like, haha, I'm going to hit you with my sword again. No, mate. No, mate. It wasn't funny the first time. It's not funny now. This is a great game. It's just a little bit difficult, in case you couldn't tell. Come on, we need to just... If we could dispose of one of these guys, it'd be a whole lot easier. We haven't got any continues, though, as Donatello, so we need to savour this. No, never mind. We're just going to die. Wow. The continue music's pretty funky. One more turtle to check out. It's Raphael and his tridents, I guess? Is that what he had in the comic or the cartoon? I don't know. It's Skull and Crossbones again. So we need to work on not losing as many lives in the course of the stage so we can lose all our lives to the boss, I guess. Now, if the worst happens and we die to the bosses again, I do have a level select code that I can use, so we might do that, just to get past troublesome bosses, you know. I'm not above using level select codes in 4th generation games, because they were tough as nails. They expected you to fail and then come back and try again and master the game, but we've only got an evening on this, so... Yeah, the arrow dudes are just like the bomb dudes. They shoot their load and then they leave. FNAR. I mean, that was intentionally FNAR, but... Dennis Trident? Or is in the nuclear defense system Trident? Or Trident Gum? Lots of things are Trident. Trident tested. Maybe a stretch. Let go of me. That attack where they grab onto you is pretty hard to defend against. Can you let me go, please, mate? I just button mash whenever they grab onto me, but I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do or not. Starting the fight right, just like, whoa. Just like Fabrizio Verdum, with a flying kick to the face. Flying cannonball to the face, we're trying to avoid. Oh, here come the, what was it? The Arizona Rockmen. They're pretty tough as well, so they're quite easy to knock back though. Once you hit them once, they're kind of easy, but until you hit them, they're a little bit dangerous. Oh! Killed by the plank. And then the rock man. I guess we don't actually need to kill the archer dudes, because unless they hit us, they're not dangerous at all, but should have thought about that, really. But I'm not here for thinking, I'm here for playing. For a team called the Foot Clan, they sure don't kick very much. Like, bombs and arrows, yeah. Feet, not really. Okay, we're going to try and save the pizza, or no, we're going to try and eat the pizza. Go, go, grab the pizza. Oh, yeah. Okay, well. Going to save the pizza, but we have got 3 lives. We had 2 last time we were here. That being said, we haven't got to the bosses yet. This is a difficult stage. Also just wasted the pizza accidentally, so yeah, I think we're going to get absolutely carnaged here. We might have to skip this on level select. It's not that I'm not good at the game, it's just that I'm bad at the game. In fact, we're doing even worse than we were before. Here come the Arizona Rockmen with their guns that they never fire. They just swipe them instead because apparently being pistol whipped is worse than being shot. I mean, I don't imagine being pistol whipped is very much fun, but not that I've experienced it. Right, we're just going to try close attacks. Going to jump into them. Nothing much is working anyway. In fact, we might be able to spam this as a little bit of a sort of glitched... I don't know. Maybe we'll... No, I don't think it's working. Come on, get him. Nope. So we're going to try the level select code because we can just skip this level. If they get more and more difficult, then obviously that will be a problem, but... Nope. That's my voice. Turtles in Time cheats. So that's our first game over. Played for an hour though, I mean that's pretty good for a 4th gen game. So the code apparently is up, up, down, down, left, right, LR. Oh. And then my microphone attempted to fall over. Slight technical difficulties. I think that's fine. Now, can we level select? Don't think we can. Unless it's when you start the game. Let me just try the code again. Up, up, down, down, left, right, LR. And then... Not sure we can level select. No, I think that's just starting us from the beginning. Well. So this time, What if I attempt 2 controllers at once? Might not work, but yeah, I'm having mobility issues already. Oh no, here we go. 2 controller turtles in time, but with just 1 player. I don't know which one of them is which, but we're doing pretty well. Maybe. Not hitting much. It's hard to split my brain between the 2 turtles. Yeah, that's actually a little bit too hard for me. Not sure we can do that. There was a time trial mode though, I might check that out. Let me just reset the console. This is the joy of playing it on an actual console. I can just reset it with the reset switch. So we're going to go into time trial mode and see what that's about. First of all, we're going to set the options just in case they've changed. They have not changed. Excellent. In fact, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to change the colouring scheme because in the cartoons, the turtles were a certain colour, but in the comics, the turtles were apparently a different colour. I don't know, because I didn't really read the comics, but let's find out in time trial mode. So I don't think we've played Alley Cat Blues, unless maybe we have, but we're going to try and beat the previous best time of 3 minutes. I don't know if we just run through it or what. Leonardo was definitely, objectively, the best turtle, at least in this game. So, time is ticking down. We have to beat everyone within the allotted time. This explosive barrel is going to help us. Maybe we could have strategically used that a little bit later on. But apparently time... Oh, there we go. Okay. So we do laps. Our lap time is 16 seconds. So, yeah, great first lap, I guess. We're going to go for Dive Bomb City on this lap. Okay. Note to self, don't stand on those. And again, note to self, stop doing that if you can. Are we getting obliterated by these robots? Well, that is a game over. If Mario and Luigi were the final bosses, I'm not entirely sure. That would be strange. I'm wondering whether we should switch to a different SNES game. If you got any suggestions, I'm thinking I've got... Let me see what I've got, and we'll explore, because... I mean, with most 4th gen games, the content that they have is the content that they have. Like, unless I can do a level select, we're not going to be getting any further in this. Let me just try and grab out a different controller, see if that works for the level select code. If not, we'll stick in another SNES game. Okay, so could not find another controller, but I don't know quite how this will work on Twitch, whether I have to change the name of the game that I'm currently playing, but my suggestions are we can do a bit of Killer Instinct or a bit of Clay Fighters. So if you have any opinion on either of those, get it in the chat, because I'm going to be switching over in a moment. I'm just going to see if I can change what I'm playing on Twitch itself. I should be able to. I'm feeling a bit of Clay Fighters personally, so I think we'll whack Clay Fighters in. Okay, I think that should have changed what it says I'm playing. I think, maybe. I don't know. Let's whack Clay Fighters in. And we're back. Obviously this game was made by Interplay because their logo's on it. Visual Concepts, whoever they are, don't know. So yeah, Clay Fighters is an interesting one. I'm just going to set our options, because the game speed is intolerably slow unless you change it. Medium difficulty, yeah, sure. And go. So we get to pick our own Clay Fighter. We've got Bad Mr. Frosty. He's pretty bad. We've got Taffy, who's made out of taffy. Tiny, who is pretty big. The Blob. He's just a blob. Blue Suede Goo. He's Elvis. Ichabod Clay, who is a pumpkin. Ghost type dude. And Helga, she's Helga. She's just Helga, I guess. And lastly, there's Bonker, who is a clown. So yeah, let's be Bad Mr. Frosty. He's not great. I like that pun. Thank you. You're giving me content, AJ. So we start off in this, I don't know, stage. It's like a sort of play set. And we get to fight Helga. So this is a one-on-one tournament fighter. But everything is kind of animated as if the fighters were made out of clay. So that's kind of the USP of this. Bad Mr. Frosty pretty much dominating there and spinning his head on his arm because he can. Does the audio need to go up a little bit? Because this sounds quite a lot quieter than... Let's try that. If that's extremely loud, then let me know. Helga's already started beating the face in because I allowed her to. Do you mind, Helga? I was setting up the sound. So, like a lot of fighting games, there's hard attacks, soft attacks. That was one of our harder ones because we've been disintegrated. They're perfect now, or they were perfect because I've changed them. Okay, round 3. There we go. We just need to catch her with our kicks. Oh, she's cuddling us to death, or well, something else. I don't know. That was. Helga, you surprised me. Well, if that's not an indication I should put this onto easy mode, I don't know what is. Fighting games are difficult enough as it is, so I'm no stranger to easy mode of stuff. Blue Suede Goo, though, seems like a good fighter to choose. We're going to have him. We're going to have him. So yeah, back to the school auditorium stage, it looks like.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the combatants for the Extravaganza.
So we're back up against Helga. As far as I know, there are some quarter turn moves in this as well, so I'm going to try and figure out our special moves. There we go. He says, hey, watch the hair, man, if you do the perfect button input. Unfortunately, it doesn't really help us, but Helga's just too good. Oh, there we go, come on. Huh, that was close. We nearly lost that. Elvis is indeed in the building. He has not left. He is here. He's still here. So yeah, I picked this up fairly recently actually at MCM Anime and Comic Con, I think is the full name of it. I just saw it there on one of the gaming tables and I thought, I've heard of Clay Fighters. I remember it being quite a cool concept, like, you know, the characters are well fleshed out, they've got good ideas, and the characters being made of clay is quite a cool idea, like, you know, what other fighting game has people made of clay? The SNES had quite a lot of unique games that I feel like once they got onto the N64 they really played it safe with stuff like Banjo-Kazooie and Mario 64 and GoldenEye, whereas the SNES had some really out there stuff. There's also Unirally where it's like a unicycle platformer. That's a really cool game. I want to pick that up at some point too. So we're going to fight Ichabod Clay, who is a pumpkin ghost man of some sort. I assume he's based on Ichabod Clay, but I don't actually know anything about Ichabod Clay either, so yeah. Points for any guesses as to what he's supposed to be doing. This attack, that was our downfall against Helga. I didn't know you could... If we could grab onto other people, we could do untold damage, apparently.
Thank you very much.
Mario's last name is actually Mario. This is confirmed. It's Mario, and Luigi Mario. That being said, if his name was Yamasaki, then yeah, he'd allow Priscilla Cachoeira to get mauled by Valentina Shevchenko every day. That'd be Super Mario World. Or Super Mario's World, I suppose. Oh, we're absolutely decimating this dude, though. Or we were, before I said we were, and then we stopped. Isn't that always the case? There we go, he's disintegrated. Excellent.
Thank you very much.
There we go, we're at the Taffy Factory. Who do you think we're going to fight? It's Taffy, obviously, isn't it? That is something we don't often hear Bruce Buffer say. And the winner by disintegration, John Bones, but not any longer Jones. There's no skeletons in this, actually. Thinking about it, it's quite a... Stop punching me in the face. Stop it. Stop it. We're going to be lucky if we win this one. I think we are, though. Woo.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully the camera being on the right isn't too bad for a fighting game. Hopefully not, anyway. Obviously, being on the left would be just as bad, so... It's found a new home here. Taffy's got some proper long rangey attacks, but I suppose you'd expect that from a man who's literally made out of elastic taffy. Does anyone remember Stretch Armstrong? Now that was a toy that I think my cousin used to have. Like, I didn't really have any of the cool toys back in the day because... Do you mind? I'm trying to tell a story. Just because, you know, I never really asked and knew what the cool thing was to get. Look! Stop punching me in the face. Yeah, if Justin Gaethje just started yelling that, I'm sure people would listen to him. Dude, can you stop punching me? I'm trying to knock you out. Would have been valid in his fight against Eddie Alvarez and his fight against Poirier as well. Whoa, whoa, calm down on the damage front, Taffy. Dude. I don't know quite what's up with the damage system in this game. Like, it seems like one attack can do tons and then loads of attacks doesn't tend to do much, but who knows? They're all made of clay, so it's hard to tell. You think they'd just absorb all the impacts. But that's the first 3 rounds down, so 4 new rounds appear, including a clown face. Hopefully no one's scared of clowns.
Gentlemen, here are the combatants for this extravaganza.
Extravaganza. I like how he says extravaganza. It's pretty fun. Let's try and do a watch the hair, man. There we go. Just as I said it as well. Not doing much, but at least I can repeatably produce an attack. Yeah, our health seems to be consumed by like non-moves. Like when we do some, maybe Watch the Hair Man consumes our health. I don't know. Some games have special attacks that consume your health because that's a stupid mechanic. But no, I don't think it does. I don't know. It's a mystery. We're doing okay though. Bonker hasn't. The minute I say we're doing okay, we start getting attacked. I predict these things. Come on. Oh, the clutch wins.
Thank you very much.
We're doing an Alvarez on his Gaethje. Okay, there's a wrestling ring next. Who could this be? Tiny. Oh yeah, because he's muscular. I see. Okay. He sort of looks like a wrestler, but he also sort of, I don't know. I wouldn't say he looks that much like a wrestler so much as, I don't know, a bodybuilder that has forgotten to build some of his body. He just never works his, I don't know. He does look a bit like a bodybuilder. It's just, he's a bit thin as well. What's the woof about? Is anyone else hearing the attack that's just like woof?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, John Cena is looking a bit worse for wear, isn't he? Tiny John Cena. That was, of course, his first ever nickname. His attack was, "You can't see me because I'm tiny." To be fair, just like mashing the heavy attack button is the absolute best strategy in this.
Thank you very much.
No one can hit you. Another pretty funky soundtrack as well. Seems to be a theme on the SNES. The SNES sound chip. Very good. Oh, Goro, yeah. That's a really good shout, Nick. He does look a bit like Goro, but that being said, that kind of... Okay, Blue Suede Goo versus Blue Suede Goo. Fair enough. That hairstyle is kind of a Japanese thing. I think it was the motorcycle gangs. There is a word for it, but, you know, busy playing this game. But yeah, those sort of motorcycle gangs tended to have hair that was just slicked forwards into a bit of a point. Looked a bit like a ear of corn, perhaps. Try not to get hit. No, there we go. I did get hit.
Thank you very much.
But at least Blue Suede Goo won the match. It was just the wrong one. Round 2. I do like the stage for this. The Punko Burning Clay is just... Hunko Burning Clay? Punk? I don't know. Whatever it says in the background. But the flame effects and everything, nicely animated.
Oh, mama.
This guy is cheap. I know he's me, but he's cheap. So I'm going to be similarly cheap.
Oh, mama. Oh, mama.
Oh, you're kidding. Nearly had it. Big hunk of burning clay. Nice. Yeah, Goro. You're definitely thinking of Goro, Nick. So we're gonna change it up. We're gonna be tiny. He likes colour. He hates wimps. He wants fights. His job is flexing, and his motto is simply destroy. Yeah, not Goro Majima. He's a different Goro. All Goros are special in their own right. To be fair, Goro's theme was a bit like what was just playing. What is still playing. So we're going to get used to Tiny's attacks. To be fair, we beat him fairly easily, so I don't know why I wanted to beat him. But actually, it's paid off. Corey's mauling Blue Suede Goo. Boom! That's it, Majima everywhere. Broken John Cena was dominating until I said something about it, and then he stopped. Interesting that, isn't it? I can absolutely just kill any playthrough by saying that I'm doing fairly well. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. Yes, double KO. Okay. Is that good? Do I tap? Do I not tap? Did we win? No. Okay, so a double KO is just no points for anyone. I like it when it awards one each, because then if you've already won a round, you just instantly win instead of having to fight again. But okay. Come on. Come on. One more hit. Two more hits. Oh, you're kidding.
Thank you very much.
This game is nothing if not cheap. And I don't mean price-wise, like it was about 10 quid. Round 4. Round final. What if it's a double KO again? Then it's round extra final, I guess. I don't know, we're going to try and go for a repeat of the first round where we just absolutely smashed his face off. And that's happened, so cool. Tiny's won the match. Broken John Cena, now flexing. I want a different character, to be honest. What have we got now? A Taffy factory, does that say? We're not fighting Taffy again. Oh, but we are. Taffy's like the final boss. This one's Laffy Taffy. Stop punching me. That takes half of your health as well. I do like the comic book text effects where it's like bang, boom, bang, whack. And we win, apparently. I don't know. This when it seems like you're doing your worst, the game's like, yeah, you're winning. And then when you actually seem like you're winning, it's like, no, you're not doing anything. And it's like, this is confusing. So yeah, so far cheap and confusing, but fairly fun. Okay, now he's stunned. And then our attacks tend to do more, but then he wins. Yeah, it's back and forth for sure. Right, 1-1, final round. We need this round. We need a stoppage to win. We're not going to take it to the judges' decision, mainly because there are no judges, and this is not MMA, so that's not how it works. Hey, 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 can you not? Like, seriously, attacking me, not cool, dude. Imagine if someone was that offended in a UFC octagon, like, whoa, dude, why are you punching me? Like, I thought this was a party, like, what? Anyway, another win, a historic win there for Tiny, and it's off to whatever that is. I assume it's Bad Mr. Frosty land. Penguin land. Extravaganza. Where's good Mr. Frosty? That's what I want to know. Is he out there making, what is it, slush puppy drinks for the kids? Because isn't that what the Mr. Frosty machines used to do? They used to make... What? We were winning that? Yeah, it'll be like that Floyd Mayweather bout where it was like, yeah, it's going to be boxing only 3-round exhibition, 3 minutes or something, and it's like, right, and you want this in an MMA promotion because... Come on. Okay. Fair enough, you can roll yourself around if you want, but you can't avoid that. Yeah, we go, a bit of flexing. It's a bit Christmassy in here, you know? Still November. Boom, that's what I like. I like the jump and punch as a first attack. Oh, okay. Gotta be careful though. Bad Mr. Frosty is apparently more powerful than when we were playing as him. But also, we tend to do our best when we're being backed into a corner. And then as soon as we're about to win, we lose. Yeah, this game's not confusing at all. Right, we're going to give it one more go, because we've nearly been streaming an hour and a half, and to be honest, retro games were not designed for their longevity. We haven't seen much of the Blob. Let's be the Blob. He likes clay, he hates hair. No problems here then. He wants clay. Job is a clay maker, so he makes himself. And his motto is bounce, as in the System of a Down song. Bounce. Up, down, pogo, pogo. Oh my goodness, that was terrifying. Clown. Back to Penguin Land. Every time we change character, it seems like we do really well. The Blob is huge, by the way. I didn't expect him to be about half of that size. And obviously when I say every time we change character we do really well, we start doing terribly. That's just how being me works. You say something and then you're wrong. Come on. So we turn into a shoe when we kick. And we turn into a boxing glove when we punch. I love the Blob. The Blob's great. Let's have more Blob. He's turned into a trophy for winning. I love the Blob. Potentially potentially a strange thing to say out of context, but, you know. Oh, watch out. He's turned into a snowball. Why have we got nearly no health? What's going on? And we've turned into a chainsaw, buzzsaw. I don't know. This game's pretty fast. He's basically Ditto from Pokemon. Yeah, although Ditto only has the ability to change into other Pokemon, as I recall. He doesn't change into boots and boxing gloves and buzzsaws. Or maybe he does and he's just never shown to do it. Anyway, we've got to win this round. I mean, ideally we'd win every round, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, we're both stunned. Nice. So I think it's another mirror match coming up. Oh, it's getting tense. The music's getting tense.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the combatants for the Tech
So we're Green Blob. He's Red Blob.
versus the Blob.
I'd rather be Green Blob, to be honest. Oh, he's got a defensive move where he turns into a wall as well. I'm glad they didn't call him Mr. Blobby. Anyone from the UK will know Mr. Blobby is a terrifying prospect. Anyone not from the UK might not know that Mr. Blobby is such a terrifying prospect. I say prospect like he's about to join the UFC. Mr. Blobby in the welterweight division. The number 3 ranked blob in the world. Oh, can we do it with the buzzsaw move? No, we can't. It is Blob Wars. It is essentially Blob Wars. Give him the boot. The roots. The radicals. Quick Rancid reference. I think my downfall is I have no idea how to do the defensive move. So, oh, there we go. I turned into a wall. I did it briefly. Go on! Go on! Go on! Yeah, who would he fight? Like Sean O'Malley or someone? Yeah, Noel Edmonds is a terrifying prospect as well, Nick. Come on, we need this. We've got to start our pro career off right. I don't know what this KO arrow is either. Well, we lost the rights to being the Blob, but we had a bit of fun. I mean, Clay Fighters is... you fight with clay. There's interesting characters. It's a decent game. Turtles in Time, much better game. Great beat 'em up. Definitely had a lot of fun with both of these games tonight. Thank you for joining me in the Armbar Arcade for Throwback Thursdays. There's going to be another one next week. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I've got quite a good idea at some point, but you'll have to wait and see what that is. But until then, the VOD for this should be up tomorrow on YouTube, just in case you missed any of it or you want to watch it again for some crazy reason. And yeah, that's basically it from me. I'll see you next time in the Armbar Arcade.